Your priority should be to eat less meat. Whether it's eating vegetarian or full vegan, eating less meat is the thing to do for your health and for the planet, right? Well, that's a pretty common belief nowadays. And in this video, I'd like to explain some of the ramifications around that kind of thinking and look at some of the results. As part of those results, I've also got an interview coming up for you. And just before we get started, guys, if you could do me a huge favor, please smash the like button and the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. Okay, so right now I'm on the Mail Online website, which is the UK newspaper, the Daily Mail. It's their online offering. And I've got to say, this is an atrocious looking website. You know, there's ads everywhere. But anyway, let's try and ignore the ads. Let's look at the substance of this article, which is a couple of years old, but I think it's quite interesting. All right, the headline is Why Woke Diets Featuring Superfoods Such as Avocado and Advocated by the likes of Ella Wood, I'm too old to know who that is, are leading to a surge of distressing gut problems. All right, so let's go down and let's have a look. All right, the woman in her mid-30s looked pretty healthy, which undoubtedly was her goal. Sitting in my clinic, I'm a dietitian at a busy London hospital, we began discussing her daily food and drink regime. Work was busy and stressful, so there wasn't much time for breakfast, apart from some fruit or a green juice. Lunch was a salad brewed with chickpeas and roasted vegetables and topped with a sprinkling of antioxidant-rich seeds. Yet more vegetables and maybe some plant protein, beans and nuts for dinner. She tries to limit her daily intake, choosing lattes made with almond or soy milk. Yum, yum. All right, and I suppose this is her? Okay, and yet here she was, almost doubled over with gut pain, complaining of bloating, cramps, and other more embarrassing and distressing digestive complaints. Okay. So, I never touched junk food, she added hopefully. At this point, I know I'm going to have to break some bad news. She may think her diet is exemplary, but in fact, it's the cause of her problems. Aha! I call it woke or overzealous healthy eating, consuming vast quantities of so-called clean ingredients while avoiding entire food groups such as dairy, carbohydrates, carbohydrates. I mean, fruit and vegetables are carbohydrates, or meat for health or ethical reasons. And I believe this kind of trendy eating is behind a surge in cases of irritable bowel syndrome that I and my colleagues have been seeing. So this is a doctor that's seeing people front up with digestive issues, with irritable bowel syndrome, and when we talk about diet with them, lo and behold, they're filling up with almond milk and soy and tofu and seeds and nuts and juices, and this is their life. This is their diet. This is a nice sub-headline. A pint of fruit juice at breakfast, no wonder you get diarrhea. Well, there you go. All right. So this article goes on to say, I think down the bottom, goes on to say, all these things ferment in your gut. It's not so great for you. You have to at least eat a little bit more balanced. Let's have a look at the end of the article, see what the conclusion is. Reduce culprit food to reset your tummy. Okay, but I would say reducing the culprit food means just avoiding it. Why you don't need to go gluten-free. Okay, well, I'm not worried about that. Anyway, you can eat potatoes, but don't reheat them. Oh, okay, now this is going a little bit off track. All right, so anyway, I thought this article was really interesting. I'll leave a link to the article in the description. It's from 2022, and I think it just goes to show, everyone talks about how bad it is. If you don't eat fiber, look what's going to happen to you. You're going to get all these problems. You're going to get constipation, or you're going to get diarrhea, or you're going to get whatever. But actually, the issue comes from the vegan and the vegetarian kind of foods. Anyway, just to follow this topic up, I've now got an interview that I'd like to share with you. As a vegan, do you ever suffer irritable bowel syndrome? No. What gave you that idea? Are your movements regular? Regular as clockwork, once a day. Always the same time? It varies. I usually know when I need to go because I feel a little bit choked up here. And when you go, what are we talking? Looks and texture? It's a bit hard. Usually about 2 feet long. 2 feet? That's impossible. Tell that to my toilet plunger, mate. First inanimate object I've known to ever go on strike. Over the last 3 years, I've had to buy multiple Costco memberships just so I don't run out of toilet paper. Do you ever experience diarrhea? Occasionally it gets a bit messy if I go a bit crazy with my diet. Celery tofu pizza is to die for, but afterwards the toilet bowl is like a war zone. I see. That's quite an image. Are we done? I'm feeling a little bit choked up and I need to evacuate. Guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe. And if you enjoy my videos and you'd like to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. Click the join button under this video or the first link in the description. Thanks again, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. I usually know when I need to go because I feel a little bit... It's a bit hard. Usually... Tell that to my toilet. Over the last 3 years, I've had to buy multiple Costco memberships just so I don't run out of toilet paper. Celery tofu pizza is to die for, but afterwards the toilet bowl is like a water. It's ridiculous.